Yo, what is going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we've got a brand new video about Bitcoin again. There's just more news going on with Bitcoin, so we're gonna go out here and cover it and give it a little looks and see what everything is looking like. And we'll start up by just covering the Bitcoin price. Right here is $34,600, roughly up almost 6% on the day, which is good to see. We had a big spike up right here. You can see in the chart, this is the all-time chart. We had a big spike up right here in the beginning from like 32 up to 34. It even got up to 35, and then we're back down around here. But we're seeing a lot of big buying, and that could be because of the fact that we are seeing these shorts absolutely plummeting. Just a couple days ago, we've had shorts over 25,000, which is 25,000 Bitcoin short, which at this price, that's 34,671. 25,000 Bitcoin short is $866 million, a little over that, which is a lot of money shorting Bitcoin. And you can see even on these short-term interest here, or these shorts interest, you can see the big spike up. They kind of held it, and then the Bitcoin price didn't really move that much. I mean, we can see right before the shorts started taking off, that price right there, $34,113. And then you can see the shorts. Longs were under 50,000, which longs have held up good. But the shorts absolutely skyrocketed up to almost that 25,000 Bitcoin level. And the longs actually went up pretty high too, almost 52,000. Didn't even really realize that. But that brought the price down 30 to 32,003. And then you can see the shorts kind of at their peak, 26,000 Bitcoin short. Managed to get the price down to $30,206, which they couldn't push it down any further. Got a big bounce, and then you see the shorts starting to trend down as the price started going up. And then the shorts already, pretty cleared away. 4,000 shorts out of the 26,000 that were there, and a big spike up to 34, 35,000, where we're hovering now. So the shorts almost getting under 3,000. Longs still maintaining over 50,000, which is good to see. I mean, you can just see the percents here. I mean, it was under 5% short, and then it just got up to 33 to almost a third short. And then, we come back up to being long. Wasn't very long-lived, which was good to see. We don't want these shorts trying to plummet the price of Bitcoin, whatever they're trying to do. But definitely right now, it's definitely just seems like there's attempts to push Bitcoin's price down. It's not natural. So the things we're seeing are more of an attempts by either whales or institutions trying to bring the Bitcoin price down, whether that means they want to accumulate more, they want more cheap Bitcoin at these levels, and then once they're done accumulating, then we see the spring where it bounces back up. And that would actually fit the Wyckoff pattern that everyone's talking about right here, saying that we're in phase C right now, which is this, like, we've retested this and bouncing up here. And then people are saying that we're entering phase D, where it's going to be super shot up. Find this like bull flag here. I don't know the patterns, but then go from here and just kind of rocket back to where we were, back to that $60,000 level, and finding new all-time highs. I think that is pretty likely. It's pretty weird how accurate this Wyckoff pattern has been. If you overlay Bitcoin's pattern and this pattern, it's really close to how it looks. And the Wyckoff pattern is not a natural market pattern. It's not something that naturally happens. It's something to be like forced on. So these shorts attempts to push the price down to get retail out, to scare people, to get rid of their Bitcoin. Smart money, institutions, all those big players are accumulating, as well as other whales. And they want the fear to make people think that, Bitcoin's dumping, when really they're just accumulating what they want. And then all of this downward price pressure will go away, and the price will continue back up to all-time highs and natural trading. But apart from that, we do have Mexico's third richest man recommends Bitcoin. His bank is working to accept BTC, says fiat money is a fraud. And don't we all think that fiat money, what a fraud? And he is on board. Mexico's third richest man. He is a Bitcoiner. He has recommended buying Bitcoin and holding it. And instead of buying gold or preserving wealth and trying to do it in gold, he says to do it in Bitcoin. He brings up all the points everyone talks about where Bitcoin's easily transmittable. Like you can send it anywhere in the world pretty much instantly compared to gold, where you need to have, security, you need guards, you need a vault to store it. And then if you want to send it from, let's say, Mexico to the other side of the world, you really need a lot of money to move gold like that, and it has to go through countries and they have to allow it to do that and go through, and it's just such a hassle. And Bitcoin fixes that, where you can just take a Bitcoin address, someone's on the other side of the world, send it there, done, you got the Bitcoin there. So it's not it makes a lot of sense to move everything to Bitcoin, especially when you're considering gold versus Bitcoin. Storing wealth, Bitcoin's proven that it's been very good at even storing wealth and then producing wealth, whereas gold really traded sideways for a long time. And where you think gold would excel during this COVID crash and all this stuff, it really didn't compared to what Bitcoin did. So, everything Bitcoin does is just gold on steroids, way better. So, maybe a little biased because I love Bitcoin, but, Mexico's third richest man saying it, so the rich people are getting involved. As well as we see, this is like the same type of news. It's about the same billionaire, but him saying that his bank will be the first in the country to accept Bitcoin. We love to see that Bitcoin adoption going through the roof. El Salvador doing tons of work on all of that. El Salvador actually launching their own Bitcoin-backed bonds to fund their Bitcoin mining volcano. So it's really cool to see everything that's happening. And, people that are ignoring Bitcoin and not allowing it to, or not just being like blind to see what Bitcoin's doing. It's just changing the world, and people are choosing to ignore that. And I don't know how you can. People think that Bitcoin's for the rich, it's only for people who have money, and then that doesn't make sense because you can buy Satoshis. You don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin, and you get the same benefits of Bitcoin, the same savings power, storing wealth, and freedom of finance, or financial freedom, that you can get with any amount of Bitcoin. And we've got the man, Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy CEO, talking about how the next chapter of the mobile wave is Bitcoin, where he was talking with the Mexican's third richest person in the country. He was talking about him, and they're talking about Bitcoin. And that guy wrote like a book called The Mobile Wave, where he was talking about how phones and everything was going to take over. Everyone was going to have a phone, and everyone's going to be using it. And people did think that was crazy when phones were new, when this tech was new. People thought, there's no way we're all going to be on our phones, just live life. And fast forward 10, 20 years, we're all staring at our phones for hours a day. So, the mobile wave of Bitcoin will be people saying, Bitcoin will never work. No one will ever use Bitcoin. And fast forward 10 years, and the majority of the world will be using Bitcoin. They'll be having it, they'll store it on their phone and just be transacting in Bitcoin that way. So I think that this is completely true and something that we will probably see within this decade. By 2030, I think there will be a majority people who have Bitcoin wallets, or even Bitcoin wallets built into their phone. There's phones doing that, having built-in ledgers into the phone. And we see more of this adoption every single day. Bitcoin just growing, and the fundamentals have never been stronger. So if you are staring at the price of Bitcoin every day and worrying about it, if it's going up, down, making money, losing money, you're missing the bigger picture of where Bitcoin will be and what it will provide in 5, 10, 20 years from now, and worrying about, making a couple dollars in a week. So missing the bigger picture. Look, zoom out. The mobile wave, people wish that they got Apple when Apple stock was $2 a share. People are going to do the same thing with Bitcoin here. They're going to look back and say, wow, I wish that I would have just bought the portion of a Bitcoin even at $35,000, $34,000. You know, it's going to be the same effect. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. The Bitcoin shorts finally clearing up from 26,000 down to 3,000 now. Hopefully we can find a balance here and not see shorts skyrocket again and just continue our upward move back to 40, 50, and $60,000 and reaching new all-time highs. Six-figure Bitcoin still in play for 2021. I really do think, I mean, there's a bunch of people talking about six-figure Bitcoin and even a $300,000 Bitcoin. So the bull run not even close to over. And even if it is, then, you know, who cares? You can still be buying and holding Bitcoin for the long term. So don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys in my next video.